So here's what I'm doing at 7 in the morning. You can see this one's the one I just got done. There was a bunch of branches coming off the bottom of this tree. That bush, that rose bush right there, had a lot of ivy on it. I just cut that all up. Leveled off this bush here. Got all the ivy out of it, leveled it off. Did some under stuff under the front canopy. Cleaned that up, leveled it off. Rounded off this bush. This was kind of spiky and had ivy all over it. Then we come over here. That's what I still have to do. These bushes here have some new growth. You can see that bright green. And they have ivy on them. You can see all this stuff that grew down here. Got to clear all that out. All the stuff back there. Of course, that's where the water sprinklers are. Some people might think that looks good, and it does, but I just want to keep that clean, get any critters out. You can see the stuff coming off the back of this one. If we come around here, you can see this ivy growing up here. It's almost covering my landscape lights back there. There's some ivy growing on the house, some ivy growing in the corner. I'll cut out all these new, like, these trees that squirrels plant. I'll cut those all out, dig those out. See that grass in the background is going crazy, which is good. But all the ivy on these bushes up front, need to pull that. Could let that go, but if I let it go, it would go all the way up the house, and it would be crazy. That might look pretty, but it will go crazy fast. Also need to edge right here. You can see my St. Augustine trying to creep into the flower bed. I edge that, pull that up, rake that mulch so it looks pretty. At some point I might put an edge in there, I don't know. Over here, same thing with the bushes. You can see that other bush was nice and square. This one is just kind of going crazy all over the place. All this ivy takes root and wreaks havoc. I like it. It's not poison ivy, it's not stickery ivy, it's just the nice kind, but it will take over everything if we let it. So I'm gonna take the ivy out of there, trim that guy up. You saw the other one, maybe it's below the front window trim. This one's quite a ways up above the window ledge. I'm gonna clean all this up down here. You can see all those new branches coming in. It's because I trimmed them last year. Now they're just going crazy. Probably need to trim that away from the house. Take care of all this down here. Over here, you can see the ivy. Again, coming up on all these bushes. Take that off. This ivy I'm gonna leave for now. It's growing along the fence, that's fine. This is Cade's window right here, but in this summer we were able to keep it kind of covered and private due to these things. But as you can see, they're all dying. So I'm gonna take all those out at the ground so they can come back nice and strong next year. This guy needs to be well rounded, and that's a lot of work. You can see some more plants right there that the squirrels plant. There's Felix over there playing with his friends. The little guys. You can see the big guy and the little guy. And within about 20 minutes, I got this side done. Now you can see that I took out all this stuff on the bottom, leveled that bush out, took away the under canopy. The canopy I kind of flattened out so I could dig out any ivy bulbs or anything growing under there. Plus I just like to make sure it's clean, no critters under there, but mostly the ivy that gets in the ground and starts growing like crazy. I dig that out. That's kind of why I do that canopy there. And then all these branches right here, cut them off of the bottom of this. Got to clean it up, obviously, and I've got a lot more to do back there, but that's the progress. Haven't done the middle yet. Not sure what this purple plant is, but it's pretty. The nice thing about it is you can just pull it off with your hands. You can see all this grass growing in this one, and it's also covering up my green plant there, so pretty easy just to take it and tear it out. I know it likes sun, and it grows pretty fast. The bad thing is, because it's so delicate, trying to get those grasses out of there might hurt it. Stuff usually gets really purple, really bright purple. It's kind of faded now, but it's usually really pretty. It may not look as nice, but I've uncovered my drain from the gutter. My landscape lights will actually shoot on the house now, and my sprinklers will spray everything. I gotta finish the rest of the way. The only thing I found in there, critter-wise, was a rabbit. I took off to the other side of the driveway over there. There's my other sprinkler. Could clean it up a little more back there, but I'm okay with that. I gotta hurry. All right, back from church. Got it all cleaned up. I mean, it's nice as it probably needs to be for now, but cleaned up all this down here. That bush is trimmed up. I need to get that tree away from the roof. Probably cut that next weekend. This one as well. Cut all this stuff on the bottom. There was a big bush down here. Cut that out. Cut all the ivy off of the trees. Trim that rose bush. It's not doing well. It never really has, but that's all trimmed up. Those bushes, I didn't get to the front, down on the bottom, but that's okay. At least I got the back side. Those are trimmed up. I got all the ivy out of all there. Ivy off of the grasses at the front window. Megan tells me now that these purple bushes can probably be trimmed up a little bit. Bushes trimmed up. Everything on the ground there is good. I had a bush on the bottom of this. I think that's a magnolia. This tree here. That's all cleared up. This guy here needs to be done, but that's going to require a pole trimmer, hedge trimmer. I have to borrow that from my father-in-law, because that's probably 15 feet tall. But that's the progress for today. Oh, by the way, I'll show this knocker. Megan made me install this new front door, but the peacock knocker is pretty cool. The bronze peacock knocker.